Gentlemen, jeans are a men's style essential. But one of the biggest questions I get asked is, where do you actually go to get a good pair of jeans? In this video, I'm going to be going through with you guys what I believe to be 6 of the best places to buy jeans from in the UK. And these shops aren't for people who are absolutely loaded, and also these shops are more regular shops that should be readily available in most major towns or cities in the UK. Now, there are other brands that may make great jeans as well, but some of these are a bit more obscure at times and aren't available in every city, basically. So these are the 6 sort of common places that are generally the best to swerve towards if you're after a good-looking pair of jeans. Now, I'm not really rating these places in order of how good the jeans are. I'm sort of going to go through them from the sort of higher tier price range to the lowest tier price range, to give you guys a better idea of what's available on the market at the moment. The first place that I'd recommend is probably one of the most consistent shops on the market when it comes to men's jeans. Burton Menswear. There's pretty much a Burton in most major towns and pretty much every city in the UK. Now, some of the great things about Burton are that they generally are consistent in terms of their styles. They don't have anything that's too radical. They have still quite a good range of fits, but nothing that's excessively skinny, nothing that's excessively baggy, no crazy colours or washes on their jeans. This makes them really accessible no matter whether you're 14 or 55. You can pretty much look good in a Burton pair of jeans no matter your age. Also, the price isn't bad either. They're more towards the top tier range of this list. However, 2 for £45 really isn't that bad of a deal for jeans that are going to last you a very long time. Now, the second place is ideal for you guys who are maybe slightly older than myself. Next, have a great selection these days of different men's jeans. Now, some of the fits are still quite wide. They're not quite as modern maybe as the widest fits that Burton make. However, some of the washes are really nice and it has a real premium feel to them. Next, they're definitely towards the pricier end when it comes to jeans. However, the quality, I'd say, is probably the best in terms of the options on this list. The washes generally look good, but they don't offer that much really in terms of variety of washes or colours. Also, they don't seem to have that many different types of fits actually in stock in their stores from my experience. But generally, it's still worth a look around in there. The third place on this list is somewhere that's cropped up more recently for me, and that is actually New Look, like the men's section of New Look. Now, years ago, I would never have dared to bother with this. I would have thought that because New Look mainly make women's clothes, that the men's section is going to look dead feminine, but that's definitely not the case. A New Look men's store has recently popped up in my nearest major shopping centre. So I went in a couple of weeks ago, and I've been in a couple of times since having a little look at the jeans in there, and they generally seem to have a good selection of washes and fits. They're generally more slim fit compared to Next and Burton. However, if you are a younger guy, they seem to have a lot of choices, and the fits are good and the quality seems pretty good as well. All for a really affordable price, so they're definitely worth having a look at. Fourth one on this list, probably one that some of you younger guys would have expected on the list, and that's Topman. Now, Topman can be great, but it is definitely hit and miss with this place. Some of the stuff that they make is absolutely crazy. Some of these super spray jeans are far too tight for any man who wants to look masculine in the slightest. But if you're a skinny guy, then some of the other fits that Topman offer can be fantastic. They offer like 5 or 6 different types of slim or skinny fit. So if you've got narrow legs, then one of those is going to look great on you. Just make sure that you don't go too tight. Now, if you are into the sort of whole cropped jeans thing, Topman seem to have one of the biggest ranges and selections of cropped jeans. I personally stay away from this stuff, fellas. I can't be doing with cropped jeans. Maybe during the summer I might try one out eventually. I think my girlfriend will probably kill me, but Topman can be useful if you have a certain physique. They have a larger range of often questionable washes, but there is a lot that looks fantastic as well, so it's worth having a try. You might just take a little bit longer when you go shopping in Topman compared to some of the other places because you have to be so selective. I'm throwing a curveball in the works with this one, fellas. The 5th one on this list is one that you wouldn't have expected, and that's Peacocks. Now, Peacocks has sort of got this reputation as the sort of place where your mum and nan go to shop for their clothes. And they sort of went into financial meltdown, I think it was about 2 years ago now. However, since the recovery, and since I think they got bought out by someone, some of the stuff has really changed and radically improved. Now, I pretty much never dream of going to Peacocks for tops, but in terms of jeans, some of the stuff in there is so surprisingly good, and it's great value for money as well. Their slim fits and skinny fits, they now seem to have a bigger range of washes than they've ever had before at an incredible sort of price. You're talking it's comparable with Primark sort of prices for much more premium quality products from what I can feel. Now, with Peacocks, it seems to vary by shop. I don't know whether the shops have much choice about what styles and colours of jeans they're actually going to stock in their shops, because some I found that they've had barely any selection, but others have had a fantastic selection in there as well. Some of these things fit fantastically and it'll save you tons of money. Say for instance, black skinny fit jeans in this place are going to cost you half the price of Topman, and you would not be able to tell the difference. The quality seems to be exactly the same, the fit will be the same, you just won't have the Topman logo inside. So if that's something that you're not particularly bothered about, try Peacocks out, see if your local one has actually got a good selection in, because you could save yourself a shed load of money. And the final spot on this list has made room for the one that you might have expected to be on this list, Primark. Definitely at the lowest tier when it comes to overall quality of clothing, but in all honesty guys, the jeans in Primark are probably closer to the other types of jeans in other shops when you compare other items such as jackets, suits and t-shirts, which are of a more significant lower quality. The jeans generally are made alright. I haven't had any problems with jeans breaking on me from Primark. They've got generally tons of selection. Some questionable washes though on some of their jeans. But they do stock lots of colours. I'd say probably 20% of the stuff in there is quite nice and I would probably wear myself. But the great thing with Primark is, because it's so cheap, you can afford tons of these things. Maybe if you need to replace your whole wardrobe, maybe you're a broke student, you haven't got any expendable income, you can go to Primark and load up your wardrobe for practically nothing. Now again, with Primark, you've got to be aware of some of the fits. Some of the stuff is incredibly tight, some of the stuff is massively baggy. You've got to be really selective. You've got to learn what works best for your body. So if you haven't checked out my different videos on trousers, go and check them out, fellas, because you'll need that advice if you're going to get some great bargains at Primark. Well, there you go, fellas. That rounds up my list of 6 of the best places in the UK to generally buy jeans from. Because there are other places that if you go in there, you just can't guarantee that you're going to come out with something that looks half decent. Now, obviously, there are certain places that have missed out on a place in this list, and they're either because they aren't a big enough brand to have enough outlets in the UK, or because the fit of their stuff just isn't good enough. And I think probably one of the most controversial things that was missing from this list was River Island. I think some of you guys probably expected that one to be on this list. But the thing is, fellas, I've tried countless pairs from River Island, and it's always the exact same problem. They are tight throughout the thigh and knee area, and then they go looser through the calf. So you're left with a very strange looking silhouette where it sort of goes in at the knee and then back out by the ankle. I prefer a more overall tapered look. So maybe a teeny bit looser on the knee and thigh than them sorts of jeans tend to be. And then going in at the ankle, it just gives a much more slick look overall. It doesn't look like your trousers are bunching up much towards the bottom. But anyway, chaps, if you think, what's he done? Messed up with this list. If there's any that you think I've missed out that should have been in this top 6 list, make sure you pop them in the comment section below and let me know your reasons that they should have made it in. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you let me know by pressing that like button. And also, if you're new around here, you haven't subscribed already, you need to come across, join the community, subscribe today. Then you'll get all my videos as soon as they become live. 3 times a week, every single week, to do with men's style, grooming, well-being, everything you need to feel like a macho man. And I'll see you on the next one.